So here we are with episode 6 of She-Ra and the Princesses of Power. Last episode, we were introduced to Seahawk and Mermista, so that was fun, I think. And I assume we're going to see the next princess that we've got to recruit for the Princess Alliance. I presume anyways, but we'll just have to see. If you guys like the video, like the video. If you dislike it, dislike it. I do have my full length up on Patreon and early access on the YouTube memberships. Other than that, let us get started. Just got somebody sneaking about.
I got it. Don't forget this.
Robot parents. These are very muted colors. Damn, that's not a... It's not freaky at all.
A pig. So cute.
So she just uses her hair. And then that's it? It's just juice and cupcake?
If I can successfully translate it, it could hold the secrets of the first ones.
You need Adora who can just read the language. My god. How many times does that happen within a week?
Could this be my biggest step yet towards making ancient and modern technology truly compatible?
Ah!
Princess Entrapta will be a total catch for
Entrapta.
She's a brilliant inventor. She makes robots and rehabs old tech left by the first ones. She's a pretty big deal in the Ethereum makers community.
Makers community.
Which I am a part of.
Ah, okay.
And gadgetry myself.
Of course, he makes his arrow stuff.
And then we'll finally have weapons that can stand up to the Horde.
I don't know if I want cool junk. Cool gadget would be nice.
And here's my newest one.
You know, I was gonna say, how can you tell the difference? Oh, does it fire real fast?
Need a sonic arrow.
Well, I guess we'll just have to see this episode. Who's snorting out here? Was that Glimmer or
You need to be as quiet as
I just gotta fuck up these rocks. She's making so much noise transforming.
What's the big deal? It worked.
Yeah, just gotta put muscle through everything.
I've spent my whole life without powers. No way am I gonna stop using them now.
Alright, maybe using a little bit too much, you know? You're relying on it a little bit too much.
Something's wrong. The castle's distress beacon is lit.
So it's just the first one? Oh! Oh! Just booby traps everywhere. This place feels wrong. It's nothing. Just got a robot hand. So you're saying the first ones is like, ugh. Wow, it just plays dead for... Who would have thought somebody named Entrapta has traps? Well, just get out of the square! Oh? My god, they're like zombie robots! Oh my god, they just keep coming! Oh, there goes the pointy arrow. So, like, is the first one taking... Yo, Glimmer was so happy to, like, be able to see it. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. You know how dangerous to fall with that sword?
He's all alone with those things. He needs us.
No, you guys need him. What? Oh, I think that's Entrapta right there.
Princesses, I'm saved. Welcome to Drill. Things
Drill.
are really fun around here, but right now it's all kind of teensy bit deadly.
Why are the robots attacking?
I'm just looking at their color hair.
Princess Entrapta only eats tiny food.
Why?
Delicious fizzy beverages.
Why? That's her whole diet? The shit?
Safe in here with us. We've got enough food to last for months. I mean, it's tiny, but still.
But it lasts for months.
Or eventually, right?
Unless they're getting their power from something.
It's a tracker pad. It tracks energy signatures from magic. It will help me find my friends.
Are those little dots?
No, I think they're just robots.
You're lucky I found you. I designed find the castle as a labyrinth. I'm the only one who can navigate it.
Why?
I usually have my electronic magic, but they're like my bots. It's sort of evil. About the killer robots. They didn't start out that way. Usually they're super useful. They do almost everything for me. Cleaning, filing, basic hygiene. Oh, and they're sound activated. Here, I'll show you.
No. Oh, here comes the cleaning bot. So what, does she have like technology in her hair that does this? Or does it just move by itself? Oh, it will just...
It's trying to talk. Make it stop.
The ringing. Ah! Ugh. Ugh. Like, she has really strong hair for that shit, but like, my god. Oh! Uh-oh, she also getting infected? Oh! Wait, what about the- yeah, I was gonna say, what about the other ones?
Shoot it already! I can't! It's a sonic arrow! It'll draw more bots!
So it's just a loud arrow then.
Is it over? I did that?
Wow, congrats! Maybe you guys can defend yourself.
The tall one seems infected too. She turned
Less tall.
How does it work? She's not an it.
I thought she was gonna stick her hair into her ear for a second there.
I've been experimenting with a disc that was recovered from a mine in Drill. It was a game changer.
But it's bad? It's infected?
The first one's tech that powers my bots. It infected them with some sort of a virus. But why would that make She-Ra sick?
Because she's infused with...
I have to take her apart to be sure. But since her sword is first one's tech, it must have spread through that.
Yeah.
I think we can safely say this experiment is a failure. But what if it's not? No, you're right.
Oh wow, that was quick.
How are you feeling?
This is peachy.
She's drunk right now from the virus. Alright, good night.
We've got to get to your lab. She's getting worse.
Oh my god, they don't know where they're going. Well, this whole fucking place is such a maze. Uh-oh.
Oh, we're here.
It's gotta take detours. Oh.
Infected too.
Wow, this door is infected too.
It's okay. I've got this one. I'll just teleport into
How?
Ooh, teleportation. Okay, I'm just gonna wait here.
Good night. Oh, I can see here Glimmer's having a best of time.
Such a great plan. The lab is very full of robots.
Oh, it's another one with a... These are just the same designs then.
Guys, a little help.
Is this the personal hygiene one? Damn, holy shit.
That's Glimmer teleporting. I know where Glimmer and Adora are.
They're princesses. They have powers.
Yeah, they'll be fine.
That never stopped me, and it doesn't have to.
Yeah, you guys are still doing fine.
You say you're just ordinary people? I say you're warriors of the rebellion.
Damn, we got Bo. Alright, we're gonna see these ordinary people doing their work. Yeah, the Glimmer's doing extra work. She's gotta fucking carry Adora this whole time. My god.
We need to find another way into the lab. The air duct. We can use that.
I don't have enough energy to teleport us all. Not without leaving someone's legs behind.
I'll give up one of mine if you give up one of yours.
Give up one of mine if you give up one of yours. Oh my god, is that baking powder or flour?
It's food. Yay, there's a ring.
Oh shit! Damn! Damn. That made it look like he kicked her too.
Entrapta was experimenting with First One's tech, and it infected all her machines with some kind of virus, and She-Ra's sword got infected too and made Adora all...
Stupid!
I teleported into the lab. It's full of bots, and maybe maybe with She-Ra we'd have a chance, but without her, it's hopeless.
Well, both of the others here. Come on now.
Where's the disc?
Right there. The thing that's shining.
We have to find a way to turn it off.
Hey guys, I found the bot.
Wait, how did she get the sword?
We'll get your friends.
No, that's a gate distraction. Yeah, go get the disc. Damn, dude, they're professionals now. Look at them beating up these bots. Teamwork, bro.
That's not gonna work. How do we shut the computer down?
Not enough strength. What if it just powers itself? The disc, I mean. Oh, it's all fleshy and shit. Have you tried getting a knife and cutting it?
Why isn't the computer turning off?
It's running its own power.
We need to get out of here and burn this place to the ground. Experiment officially failed.
We need to nuke this area. He still hasn't had used his Sonic. Oh, there you go. It's gonna destroy itself. Alright.
Where am I? What's happening?
Ooh. What the f-
Thanks, former tall one and companions for saving.
Former tall one.
Thanks, guys. You saved us all back there. The rebellion needs regular people now more than ever.
Is this the only people here? Damn, holy shit. Professionals out here.
I didn't know She-Ra could get sick like that. What if it happens again?
It won't. We destroyed that evil
Okay, well, what if
disc.
evil She-Ra hating what if somebody finds another evil She-Ra hating disc?
Log, day 105, 104.
I thought it was 112.
The
What?
last experiment hit a few bumps, but it was not a total failure. With a few adjustments, I'm sure the next experiment will be a success.
Well, putting the She-Ra hating disc back on. The evil She-Ra hating disc anyways. Certainly was an episode. There definitely was a very different feel. I'll have to look at the previous episode and see like who wrote that episode. Because like I just kind of remember like the whole thing with when it comes to these type of, you know, the whole fucking spiel is that different people are writing for different episodes. And this one certainly has a different feel to it. But okay, we're going to, I'll talk a little bit more about it. And we're gonna, when I get right back to the center. Alright, so that was episode 6 of She-Ra and the Princesses of Power. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comments down below. You know that I always like talking to you guys. For me, I thought that this was kind of feel like last episode for me, where it kind of feels like I like Entrapta. I like the whole idea of this episode that like you shouldn't be relying on your power, and that the people who are normal, if they work together, they're able to do the things that the people with power can. So I like that whole spiel. I like that idea, but the tone of it, the vibe of this episode just felt a little off to me. And then the way that how She-Ra, Adora, Glimmer, and Bow going to see Entrapta, and that the fact that, you know, Entrapta is this person who's really good at creating technology and gadgets and all that. She can make cool weapons and whatnot. And we've got Bow, who is talking about his collection of arrows, and that he's a big fan of Entrapta, right? In the makers community and all that. So he points out his arrows, and then he talks about his sonic arrow, and Glimmer and Adora are like making fun of his arrow, which I'm just kind of like, okay, you know, I kind of felt like, have Glimmer and Adora made fun of Bow and his arrows before? It's, you know, first time for everything, I suppose. I don't know, they probably won't keep it up, because like the whole point of them making fun of his bow was that, haha, you are a person with no power and you have to use stupid arrows to do stupid shit. When they first started doing that, like right here in this part of the episode, I was just kind of like, that's a little weird, but okay, whatever. And then we head on over to this big area of just rocks, and Bo's over here like, oh, the slightest noise can cause an avalanche or a rock slide, so we probably shouldn't make too much noise. And then we've got Adora coming in, turning into She-Ra, and I thought the whole thing was pretty funny as like, as she's transforming, and Bo's just over here like, oh god, all that noise that's happening while she's transforming. The background music, ah god, it's gonna cause a freaking avalanche. Adora transforms into She-Ra. She breaks through the rock, and, you know, Bo's just like, hey, maybe you shouldn't rely on your power too much. And Dora's just like, well, I've never really had power until now, so I might as well use it as much as I can. And that brings us into the whole thing of, like, relying too much on your power, you know, relying too much on your gift instead of using your noggin for something else, because we can kind of see that Adora / She-Ra is just out here using her muscle to just burst through everything instead of using her brain for other means. I suppose you say she's got bronze for brains, right? Moving away from that for a bit, there's this one part where they're kind of showcasing drill? Is that what Entrapta said? This is place where she built her castle and giant maze and whatnot, and they kind of show it to be like a little sinister, right? The way that, like, they've got the lightning, and then they've got this this lighting, you know, like the grated window, the great window. They make it look like it's a prison or something, and then we've got like shadows from behind as she's making her miniature cupcake and whatnot, right? And it's kind of showing that it's like a vibe of like sinister, but also kind of cute, but sinister. And we've got this like pig cupcake, this miniature pig cupcake, right? Got another lightning, even though it's not rainy outside. It's just lightning's just here, you know. It's just part of the decor. And again, got the shadows coming out, and then the lightning, and then he comes out, and it's like it's a little bit comedic as well. And so it kind of felt like that's the sort of vibe that they want. In the scene when our trio are running and they encounter one of the first robot, and like, you know, the robot comes out missing a leg, and it's all broken and shit, it's missing a hand, you know, kind of supposed to be like a zombie horde somewhat, like but it's a robot horde, a robot army. And even when they destroy it, it's still moving because it's supposed to be, you know, a little zombie-like. It's supposed to kind of go into like the whole sinister-y feeling, but that kind of gets wiped out, and it kind of goes with the way that Entrapta looks, right? When she puts on her mask, she looks menacing, or she's supposed to look menacing, and it kind of showcases through the ending when Entrapta is looking at all her broken creation, and she's talking into her log where she's like, you know, this has such complete codes, and if I could fix it, I'll be able to make it be better, you know, hopefully get the virus out and not have this whole situation happen again. They have like a bit of a, I keep wanting to say sinister right now. What are some synonyms for sinister? But they kind of have that sort of music. It's just kind of like, what is Entrapta, a fucking villain or something? You know, she goes, she takes the piece, and she's over here fixing it back right here, where she puts on her mask again. It's, you know, it's two big glowing eyes. Kind of look like a fucking an evil genius, creating gadgets and weapons and whatnot. And so the way that they kind of ended this episode, having an evil She-Ra hating disc, and here is Entrapta who's continuing to work on it, which I presume will be something that will come up later on in the season or other seasons, whichever one, you know. They've kind of planted the seed of this disc that can bring She-Ra to the dark side, or to a violent side, or just cripples her, you know, like her, it's like a kryptonite or something. So I would assume they're gonna bring this back in, but again, with like the feel and the vibe that they're bringing for this episode. The issue that I find is that the blend between the sinister and cute and like comedy, there isn't a good blend in this episode. And in the end, it kind of felt a little too kiddish to me. There are shows that are designed for kids, And then there are shows that are designed for everybody, but it could look like, you know, kids can have fun watching it as well. The big example is Avatar: The Last Airbender. Kids can enjoy it, and but also when they grow up and if they decide to watch that show again, they'll be able to see the much more dark undertone that they weren't able to get, or, you know, some of the more adult theme that if they were watching it with their parents or something, their parents would be able to catch that and not the kid. And like, everybody can enjoy, right? It's a family show. I kind of, when I see She-Ra, I kind of put that the same way as would Avatar, that it's like a family show that, you know, kids can enjoy, but adults can enjoy as well. But here in this episode, it really, really felt kiddish. and going back to like the whole power thing, we had She-Ra who came into this place, and the first thing she said was, something's wrong here, right? There's this weird noise that's going on. And when the robot screamed, she started feeling, she started hearing something. She's like, what is this noise? I hate it. And this causes her to go into a frenzy as she attacks, and then she strikes the core of the robot that was infected, so it infects her sword as well, because the disc is part of the first one tech. And so we see that it's infecting her, and her eyes goes red. Looks like a fucking berserker out here. I like that she's just like, even though she was in that mode, she's just like, whoop, and just slips that sword right out of you. Well, technically she released her grip on the sword. And then this causes her, once we see her again, when she actually wakes up, right, she's like drunk or something. And she's just like, whoa, I see two of Glimmer. That's pretty fucking sick, you know? And then when Glimmer's like, whoa, it's Bo. And Adora's like, whoa, it's a rainbow. Right? She's just somebody who's just going through a fucking acid trip right now. Like, what? Actually, if she's going through an acid trip, she'd be acting way different. She's much more like she's fucking drunk or something. And so this is the debuff that Adora gets for, like, most of the episode, where she's just like, whoa, oh, this is fucking great, guys. Why are we whispering? And I don't know, I just wish that maybe, just maybe, if you were going to cripple Adora for the rest of the episode, she didn't have to be like this. If I were a kid and I was watching this, I'm just like, haha, Adora is so stupid. She doesn't even know where her feet are. You know, like I don't know. I don't think that's why kids would be laughing about it. Not my preference. It's not what I would have preferred, the way to see that Adora is going to be crippled by this thing. And especially with the ending, with the way that Entrapta showcase that she's going to continue working on this thing. And like, if it comes back and it's going to be used for nefarious means, or maybe it could be used for good and it's gonna boost She-Ra. Who knows? But if it were to be used for like bad and all that, I kind of wish we would have seen it in a much more menacing way. I was gonna say sinister again. Instead of her being drunk for the majority of the episode. I'm not really sure if they're going to find any other first one tech that can cripple She-Ra. Because, you know, if She-Ra is the way that she is and she gets super powerful and like nothing can stop her, you know, we've got to find a kryptonite for She-Ra. Gotta find something that she is unfortunately weak against, and perhaps this could be it if the Horde could find something related to it. Who knows? Who knows? For Entrapta as a character, I said that I like her. I just kind of wish that the tone of this episode was a little bit more clear and not too blurry. Because, like, I do see what they want for her as her character, right? She's cute, but maybe she, you know, and she causes chaos out here. She gets lost in her own mansion despite her being the person who created this place, because she uses a mini-map. I think that's fun. I like the way that she uses her hair. Is that like her princess power or something? I don't know, but I really enjoy the way that she does it. It's very Dr. Octopus, Dr. Octavius, both the same people, if I remember correctly. And I love the design of Octavius. and the way that, you know, he's got like these forearms and shit. So the fact that we've got Entrapta who uses her hair kind of the same way, right, to walk instead of just using her feetsies to walk. I really enjoy that. And of course, there's the whole thing of Entrapta kind of seeing She-Ra as just a tall woman, a person who has a first one tech. So of course I want to see it. And the first thing that she thinks about is like, well, I can't figure out what's going on with the tall woman unless I just dissect her. So, you know, let's just fucking cut into her. And Glimmer has to tell Entrapta, like, yo, dog, this is a person. Alright, it's not a fucking experiment of yours. We see that Entrapta, perhaps, you know, gets a little bit too into her experiment, as we can see in towards the end as well, with her continuing to work on the disc, despite it being the cause of the whole robot uprising. Whether she was going to cause even more mayhem because of her need for this sort of experimenting, specifically with First One Tech or not, we'll just have to see. And also, I really like that kind of don't like, but I also find it very funny how they kind of just skip through all the other things, which is Glimmer having to get permission to come here to Entrapta, and then Entrapta just kind of being like, alright, you guys saved me, so I'm gonna join your alliance. So, yeah, there you go. I mean, Mermista was kind of like, I mean, she was a little against that first, but, you know, after that, it's just like, alright, I'll join you. You got a tall woman with a sword, so, although I guess Entrapta joining is the same reason. You got a tall woman. This 8-foot woman, this Amazon out here, or a formerly tall woman. I'll join you. But that's pretty much all I have to say this episode. I wish I liked it better. I was gonna say I wish it was better, but, you know, maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just a preference thing. So, I just wish that I liked it better. There you go. But we'll just have to see what's gonna happen in the next episode. I assume we're going to see our last princess that we see in the opening. The one that is like in an icy land or some shit. So I assume that's what we're going to see next. And again, I hope that we will see somebody like Spinnerella and Natosa. We'll just have to see for that. And if I have anything else to say, I will write it in the description down below. Thank you guys for sticking around, and I will see you guys in the next episode.